Big dog, what are you doing? Going for the cat again? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Aussie Farming in Philippines. What a lovely day. What a lovely day. Well, I'm looking better today. Right, update from yesterday. What a great fucking day. It was great. Well, it wasn't too great, but it was great. Great. So what happened is, we had to see the doctor at, I think it was 12 o'clock or something like that. So we go down and we sit in the waiting room, waiting for him, waiting. That's what I call it, a waiting room. I know now what I call it, a waiting room. I was always fucked and said, why did I call it a waiting room? Now I know why, because you just sit there and wait. So I'm in the waiting room waiting. And so we finally go in to see him and he said, what's your problem? So we explained to him and trying to explain to him that this is a Defence Force firefighter. We've been contaminated by all the chemicals that we used to burn in fire training, you know, and that, back in them days it was like, you know, only pussies wore fucking SCBA, that's self-contained breathing apparatus, for you non-SCAB breathing apparatus understandable people. And like we'd have fire pits, no shit, we'd have fire pits that would be as big as from here to the house round. Okay, so it'd be like, say 20 metres easy by like 40-60 metres. We used to have these fire training pits, and we'd load up thousands of litres of fuel inside of it, and you set fire to it and you put it out, because that's simulated an aircraft crash, and of all the fuel that's on board and all that type of shit. And when we were at fire training down at Point Cook in Melbourne back in the 70s, is all the fuels used to come in on semi-trailers. And some of you fires who were watching this know what I'm talking about. So they're coming in semi-trailers from all the factories around the Altona area. That was all the factories and all that. Now this shit, mate, was to be like, we'd roll these drums off the semis. They'll just drop the semi-trailer there and they'll take the semi away. They'll just drop the trailer. Now we'd roll these down into these pits. No, I'm not shitting you. They were really, honestly, hand on heart, they were as big as this area here. Big pits. Big pits. And some were twice the size. We have two trucks to attack them. So we'd roll the drums down and we'd get out the fireman's axe and we'd just break them open, big holes in the bottom, cut a big V in them and put a spike in the top so the air can flow out. Now this shit would come out, we used to have a joke about what's it going to be, this one, you know, like we were only just turned 18, we didn't know fuck all, did we? And some would come out as like a high finners, you know, really high finners. It was probably condensate or something like that. And it'd be clear and it would be as fine as anything, you know, thin as anything. Others would just goo out and be like the fucking green slime, you know, and sort of like, you know, it's like the dog eating custard, you know, it's like blah, 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 blah. And we used to joke about it. We used to put, we run out of fuel, so they put out a call, where can I get fuel from? And they got all these drums of shit from fucking everywhere just come in. Of course, in them days, we didn't worry about it. Then I found out there was over 100 odd chemicals they found in the fire training grounds that were used, that firemen used to burn off. Plus the fact we used to have the old BCF, bromochloride fluorofumane, and they reckon that stuff was really good, that when you spray it on a fire, it turns the flammable gases into non-flammable gases and the fire goes out and cools and all this shit. Now, little do we know, we used to use that shit, we used to have it on the flight line in 50-pound containers, cylinders. 50-pound cylinders, and right down to hand models, 1 pound, 1.5 and all this shit. Well, fucking everywhere. We used to do fire training with them, you know, continually every week with the hand ones for putting out small fires. The large ones for the flight line crew would be 50-pounders, and this used to light up a pit, which would be probably a metre square, a metre and a half square. You'd light that up and they've got to stand back and put it out with the nozzle and all this shit. Now, when you spray that shit, that's all right, but when you breathe it in, that's when it's turned to phosgene gas, you know, mustard gas. Now, we used to breathe that shit in all the time, you know, we sit there, no shit, true. So, a lot of RAF firemen ended up getting all these complications. What's this on here? So all these RAF firemen end up getting a lot of complications. And there was, if any of you remember, in Australia we used to have the F-111 aircraft, the fighter bombers. Now their fuel tanks are in the wings, and the wings are rubber lined. So they used to have a reseal, deseal department that they'd actually go inside the wings, and they take all the rubber out with these chemicals and they re-rubberize it all, and they come back out fully suited up and all this. Well, the effects from that were so horrendous that they had a class action went through, and everyone who was involved with that got a massive payout or what I call it, full medical for the rest of their life and a pension, those who didn't die. And so that went through all right. When we were at Newcastle at Williamstown, which is just north of Sydney, the big class action went in from the neighbours of the Air Force Base because our fire training ground, all the chemicals we were using is in the foams, firefighting foams, AFFF foams, was 3M products, and that was leaking from the fire ground, from the fire into the fire ground, and that was going into the water table level. Oh, shut up. That was going into the water level, and it was actually, well, we're talking a couple of kilometres, guys, not fucking next door. A couple of kilometres. You have a look on Google Earth on Nelson Bay, and when it comes right the way up, near where the RAF base is, like we're fucking talking kilometres. And they poisoned all the oyster leases and all that type of stuff. Plus everyone's bore waters all around there. They got paid out fucking millions, all these bastards. So the RAF firefighters, what do we get? Fuck all. So they had to push and push and push. And there's a guy called Pat Mildred. He's passed away now, God rest his soul. And he pushed and pushed with his brother Ted. And they had government meetings, and they really pushed for fucking years. Years and years and years. And each time they'd get close to it, yes, we're going to do. So they got all the fire grounds inspected. They got all the chemicals, all the sample soils. And I said, yeah, there's over 100 and something fucking chemicals we found on this. The carcinogenic, your dick falls off, you fucking grow a third nipple out of your eyeball, all this type of stuff. So they said, yes, put claims through to people. So then they put out a message and said, if you got anything at all, any illness, sickness, whatever, send it to us so we can have a look at it, because maybe a claim, we don't know. You know, we don't know how many people have grown an extra penis or bloody, you know, bloody the arse cheeks have fallen off or something like that. So they didn't know. So they did that. So a lot of people got their gold card, which is their free medical for life, and they also got a pension each fortnight. So it was sort of like good. And I thought, well, I'm fucked because I'm overseas, you know, like, and just adding to that was each month, Pat used to send out a newsletter, and it was always at the start of it was, more members have passed, you know, these firefighters have died. Some have died at fucking old age, but a lot of them died fucking young, you know, in their 30s, 40s and 50s, you know, have passed due to complications with what we're talking about. So it's very sad to hear that, actually, very sad. A lot of my colleagues have passed, a lot. And Glenn, Bucko, you know exactly what I'm talking about, buddy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You leave a comment below and say, fuck yeah. And so anyway, I didn't think I had a chance being overseas. So what I did was, I just said, fuck it. You know, I said, give me Voltaren for me back. And I eat Voltaren like it's fucking Smarties. You know, like it's M&Ms, you know, throwing it down. And I mean, just to stand. When you cough, you're coughing, and it's like, oh, fuck. You know, your belly, what you can use to bend and all this shit. The worst part is when I'm walking on the fucking farm, there's a little indent like this, right? And I don't see it with my fucking eyes down below here. I'll be walking along, and my leg will go down into that indent, and it'll go, oh, I'll tell you, that fucking hurts, guys. Seriously, that hurts. It's like my son when he was younger, walking through the shopping mall, and he'll come running up and jump up on your back, and he'll be like, I love you, son, I love you, you're fucking wonderful, but please, you know. So anyway, I didn't think much of it, because I've been drinking that milk stuff that Chick got me on, and I'll tell you, I feel much better with that shit, I'll tell you. Much better. The Voltaren stopped being used, and I'll probably only use it like 4 times a year or something like that. So it was really good, that milk stuff, honestly, swear by that. So I went and had the CT scan done over to see the problem from the hernia operation. So I thought I'll send it to Pat and just see what he says. He was alive then. So I sent it to Pat, and he said, yes. He said, your spine, he said, that's exactly what I've got. He said, and I got that through, and I know others who have got that as well. So follow it through. Now, you've got to contact the RSL Return Service League in Australia. They have people who are trained to put your case forward. They're volunteers, and they help you. Now, whether they can do it because you're overseas, I don't know. So I send an emails off to the RSL in Queensland, Return Service League, RSL. Great fucking poker machines they used to have in their clubs. And they replied back and they said, yes, my name is Josh. I have been assigned to your case and this is how we're going to move forward with it. So we kept the communications going through, and it's, you need to have this done, you need this done, you need this done, you need this done. And of course it was a bit hard over the last 12 months with the virus situation and all that stuff. But now we're actually moving back on it again now. And of course getting the appointments is the one thing, make sure the doctors turn up is something else. So, but we're getting there, guys. And what I'm hoping to get out of this, you're asking, well, if I get a gold card, well, that will be good. They say they don't know if it can be used overseas. Some of my viewers say, yes, you reimburse it. You can do that. So, and of course, money. You get a pension. Like, they fuck the quality of my life. Why shouldn't I fucking have it? You know, the quality of my life is fucking gone. So, that's what it's there for, to pay you back. So, what happened yesterday? Well, yesterday, we go and wait, and then the doctor's in the waiting room, waiting. We go and see him, we explain all that to him, blah, blah, blah. He says, all right, stand up, fucking bend over, touch your knees. Joking, he said. I said, I thought you were checking my spine. He said, I am from the inside. No. So anyway, he took me out, he says, you're going to have to go and have an MRI. We said, yeah, we know that. He said, well, have you got one yet? I said, no, because we need to do a referral. Oh, okay then. He said, we're going to get that done. He said, and they can email me the results, and, you know, I can check it through my phone and all that stuff. So, okay then. So Chick said, when do you want it done? I said, well, let's get it done as soon as we can, hun, because I've got Mum at Pete. She's going to be fucking dropping very soon, and I can't be fucking around. You know, I'd rather put myself off. What are you doing, girlfriend? You leaking? So she's due tomorrow, but she could come today. So I said, we'll do it when we can. I said, how much money you got on you is the point. And she goes, we got enough, don't worry about that. I love it. I love Chick. She goes, we got enough, don't worry about that. So, because Chick handles all the money, I don't. So, we went and had lunch, we come back again, and I'm having a smoke in the car. She goes and gets goes and pays for it all and all this shit. And she goes, you know, they said it was like, it's between 23,000 and 25,000, depends on what imaging they're doing. Some fucking thing like that for your MRI. So Chick, being cheeky little bugger like she is, she goes, any discount, sir? Any discount? You know, like Chick normally doesn't ask for discounts because, you know, she understands the way that things are, the cost is what it is, and otherwise it would be that price in the fucking first place. You know, like, oh, sorry, ma'am, it's only 10,000. Well, why don't you fucking tell me? So anyway, Chick says, is there any discount because of his age? I hear that if you're over 60, then you can get a discount. She goes, yes, ma'am. Yes, 9,000. She goes, what, 9,000 discount? She said, no, 9,000 for the MRI total. Like, went from 23 to 25 down to 9,000. How fucking good was that? I said, Chick, let's go and buy some beer, dolls. I said, Han, let's go buy some beer. So, so we go and get it done. So you walk in this room. If you have a look at Chick's video at the end of this, you see some photos of me laying down on the bed masturbating. And it looks like a flying saucer with a ramp that's coming out. You know, you expect Darth Vader to come walking out any minute type thing. And they lay you down on that. And I tell you, I couldn't fucking get up. It takes nearly an hour to be done. And they go through in 3 different stages on the upper back, middle back, lower back. And when it was finished, they slid me back out again, and Chick comes in, and I just wriggled my toes, you know, my feet like that, and all you hear is all my ankles were cracking, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I couldn't get up. So Chick's grabbing hold of my arm, and she gets me up, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then she had to put my slippers on me because I couldn't bend down. So she gets me slippers on, me thongs, me jandals, wherever you're from. So I hop down, and I tell you, try to walk, mate. Seriously, guys, I'm like, I've just come out of a porn movie. My ass was so sore I couldn't even stand or walk. I was like this, guys, and I'm hanging on to Chick's shoulder like this, and I'm like, oh fuck. And one of our viewers commented on Chick's channel the same. He said he had some MRIs done. And the same thing, he came out worse. He felt worse from the scan than what he did going into the bastard. So it's true, guys. It is. It's like, honestly, it's like, And of course, I've got to try and get out of there and get back to the car. And it's like, I'm just hanging on to chick going, oh, fuck, my back, no. Oh, my back, give me some pills. So that was done well, no problem. But while we're there, I know I'm rambling on, but here we go. So while we're there with the X-ray people at the counter, we're talking about the MRI, and we showed them the CAT scan, and we showed them the ultrasound, which we just had the other day, and she said, yeah. I said, excuse me, I said, I have a question. I said, can your appendix grow back? And she says, huh? Sorry, sir, huh? I said, can your appendix grow back? I said, you have a look here on the middle, on the CT scan, and it says that my appendix are normal or some fucking thing like that, not large or whatever, I forget now. And she goes, where? So she goes, yeah, she said, your appendix are all okay. I said, well, I had them out at 12 years old. So am I the first person in history to get appendix to grow back? Is it a miracle? Hallelujah. You get the Filipino salute. She goes, so she talked to the senior radiologist next to her, and they in the yard. Then they come back around to us later on. They said, ma'am, what it is when they've gone through that and looked on the CT scan, geez, Mama's getting cranky. You going to be dropping soon, Mama? I have to wash her again. Look, I've only just washed her down. So they said when they're going through the layers, they seen something there, and they figured that was the appendix, this black spot. Then they figured that was the appendix, so that's why they said it was all normal. I said, well, exactly, that's what I'm talking about. I said, now, bear with me. I said, so the person who did this scan, your doctor, radiologist, whoever he was, what? Oh, I hear it. I hear it. Hey! You! Where's the cloth? Wow! I've seen it rumping. Look, guys, first one. You! Well, that was unexpected. I said she's due tomorrow, but day before was pretty normal. Right, so let's get back to what I was finishing when we closed this video off. So she asked me about a discount, and they said yes, 9,000. And she discount, and I said no, 9,000 for the job. I said okay, done. But so we're talking to them about the CAT scan, now about the regrowth on the appendix. And I said to him, look, I'm not happy with the fact that it looks like whoever's done this has just fucking ticked the boxes and said, oh yeah, well that's all right. And they said, well, that's sort of like, I said, well, exactly. And I said, now what you don't understand, I said, I want you to bear with me, please, mate. I said, is if they've made that mistake and seen that I had appendix when I didn't have appendix, what other mistakes were made with the CAT scan? And he said, well, they found there was a dark dot. Well, what is that dark dot? What is that? Is it tissue? Is it scarring tissue? Or is it fucking what? What is that black dot? So we went and had the MRI done, and when we come back out, they said, what we're going to do, we're going to redo a CAT scan with you, and it won't cost you anything. It's and we'll get it reevaluated again if you're happy with that. And I said, yeah. I said, look, I only have one life, one wife, so at this age. I said, so yes, I do want it done. And they said, okay, you just pick your date and come on and see us, and we'll do it. And I said, good. I said, well, the point is, if there's one mistake, how many more, or what wasn't picked up? So they're going to do another CAT scan again. And what day are we going to get that done, baby?
If you want Tuesday, we can do Tuesday.
So we may do it Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. I think we've got people coming on Monday, so it'll be probably Tuesday. So we'll get Alfredo here to look after the pigs and all that stuff. So that's the good news, guys, is they're going to do another CAT scan and see if that appendix is fucking grown back or not. But, like I said, best thing about it all, my darling chick, I tell you, very smart, and the women at the radiology couldn't understand a word I fucking said because I speak Australian, not English. And Chick was translating to them in English what I had already said in English, but it's like always, it's tone. And they said to Chick, how can you understand what the Westerners say? We find it very hard in here. And Chick said, well, it's due to my profession. I worked with Westerners since I left college, and they're all professionals, and they're, what do you call it, scientists. When she's in the banana industry, all scientists and medics, and said in the Middle East it was all engineers, and of course with lovely husband like me too. They go, ah. So I'm very grateful I've got a really smart, intelligent fucking wife. And I can say that without having to suck up to it because I don't have to. I know, seriously, I'm very lucky. So make sure you get the smart one, not the pretty one. Because the pretty one may not just be as smart. May be good at something, but not good at here. Alright guys, video at the end here from Chick Chick. And just watch the first few minutes of it there and you'll see how lovely the hospital is. See you later guys, thanks for sharing, bye bye.